trying to hit the game-winning three against UAPB, but suffered a setback against Valley. Just start off with opening comments. Give us some feedback on your team's performance and kind of preview this weekend and the three-game homestand.
Well, coming off the road, we got to split. Actually, as a coach, philosophy is to go win one on the road, and we did do that. But not as pleased because the way we played the game of basketball at Valley. We played well. We hung strong at Pine Bluff, was able to make a basket in the end to win the basketball game, actually steal a game from under them. And what you try to do at the end on the road to give yourself a chance to win a game. And we went to Valley, and they were just a little bit too much for us. My concern is every time we go win a game on the road, we come back and we don't play well the next night, and we got to do something about that.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions.
What are your biggest concerns for the first half of the season?
Say that again.
Biggest concerns for this first half of the season so far?
As it relates to conference play?
Or conference, or just in general?
Well, to me, is that it still was an opportunity for me to learn this basketball team. They had a lot of guys that didn't play last year. I seen plenty of tape on them, but I never really knew what they would do under pressure or how they respond in basketball games. So it took a while for me still to manage what they do well. And right now, I think I'm beginning to get a pretty good feel for this basketball team.
You mentioned you watched a lot of tape on them last year. What's changed, I guess, from what you saw to how they're playing now?
Well, first thing I try to instill is a winning attitude and a little inner toughness. And I don't know if we've been successful of instilling that into the players, but we like to play hard for 40 minutes and at least give ourselves an opportunity to win a basketball game. And not only that, been trying to determine the strong suit of these guys so we can put them in position to make some plays. We're not, very strong and very athletic individually, but as a team, I'm hoping that we can come together as a team and be strong with 5 players on the court.
Are you happy where you stand right now, or what words would be used to describe?
Well, I guess at 4-2 right now, in our wildest dream, I don't know if anyone would thought we'd be at this point right now. But I'm still not satisfied, and I guess that's been a little greedy. But I think the guys have more. I think they can give more. I'm not really happy the way we lost the basketball games that we have lost in conference play. We play well, and then we come out in a big ball club, a big ball game, probably a chance for first place, and we don't really compete the second half. I think I know what some of the problem is, but we have to rectify that problem.
Can you identify those on camera?
Well, I'll put it like this, make a long story short, is that we're not a deep ball club, and when you go to the bench, you have to be kind of wise, and the guys going to have to be much tougher and stronger back-to-back games with energy. We get a huge drop-off when we go to the bench some nights, and we got to find a way to come back there, especially just because we get smaller. Even when Maduke come in the game and I bring in Neil in the game, Neil is only about 6'3.5", playing a 4, and Maduke don't weigh very much. And the impact of them just laying on us and beating us sometimes to get away.
Is there anything you can do? We can just kind of go through using the bench wisely. And what I mean by that is like the timing of it, making sure that you do it. What is the right way, time, place, and all that?
Well, it's just game situations. The first night's usually we're a little better, but when we come back to second nights and guys looking at me and they really need a blow, and I have to go probably 2 at a time. I like to go 1 at a time, and I don't like to, probably we can't go too small, too big out at one time. So it's just gonna have to be a feel of the game, and some of the guys, we're just gonna have to work on condition and get a little better.
How do you maximize the guys coming off the bench in terms of what they can give you?
Well, I do believe that they go in and try to give me what they have, but when you have a 6'3" against a 6'9", there's not too much you can do about that. So we just got to find a ways. We try to do a little zone, a little matchup. We still have rebounding problems anyway. We're not the largest team, so that's something that we're going to have to deal with all year long. I don't think it's an answer to it. It's just responding to it and trying to do our best with it.
Coach, you talked about not being satisfied. If you don't go 3-0 in this homestand, is that it? Or, I mean, what's satisfactory for you? 2-1, or does it have to be 3-0?
Well, of course, you know I'm going to say 3-0. But with this ball club, we're going to take it game by game. And whatever happens, happens. Just come out and play hard and give ourselves a chance to win a basketball game. The guys are feeling pretty good about themselves, and I don't want that to happen right now. I don't want them to pat themselves on the back by saying, okay, we're 4-2, this never happened, nobody expects us to be here and be satisfied with that. So we got to come out with some type of thirst and hunger to try to win these home basketball games, because they're important. And I tell them, any good team, you need to win 99% of your home games.
Do you remind them about what happened last season, where they started off on conference play and then lost all those games to end the season?
I have not. You know, we talked about the Jackson State game because I thought that was one game I looked at on tape that kind of embarrassed us as a family, Southern University family. We talked about that game, but we have not talked about they scared and whole. I try to keep that separate and apart.
Of the 3 games that you have coming up, which team do you think presents the biggest problems for your team?
You're going to put me on the spot. All of them got their own problems there, but, you know, I guess over the past years, Alabama State has definitely probably have had the most success, and they continue to reload every year. But with this basketball team we have, matchups are important, and all of them have their own problems for us, and we have to take them individually one at a time.
Talk about how key it will be for playing in this 3-game homestand to have your home crowd here supporting you. Hopefully get a nice size attendance.
It's going to be huge as we try to change this tradition, try to get in our winning ways. You know, I'll be the first to say that we're going to need a lot of help from our fans. And I hope the student body and alumnus and our supporters will be here to help us win these 3 home games. It's definitely been a challenge for us on the road. Actually, I think at Texas Southern and at Valley, big games, the fan played a huge factor in how we played the game, how we responded. They stayed on top of us, they stayed criticizing us, and I just don't know if our guys are ready for a big game and a big atmosphere. So we need our home crowd to come help us establish our own atmosphere here.
Being a basketball coach, can you talk about the challenge Coach Q has as both a coach and the athletic director, and you know what you're new to the campus, but how has she helped you, I guess, welcome you in?
Well, Coach Pugh and the whole athletic department has really been supportive. When I came in, they all put their arms around us, welcomed us. I wouldn't want her job as the athletic director and the head basketball coach. I'm having a tough time getting sleep right now and doing one thing as the head basketball coach of the men, so I know she has a lot on her plate. But this whole athletic department has come together, and I think hopefully within our structure we talked about a renewed spirit and family environment, and the girls support the guys and the guys support the ladies, and we all in this thing together.
There are no other questions?
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
I just want to
Appreciate it.